a lot of stuff been going on today. In the NBA, protesting going on, games canceled. Obviously, this means a lot because we talking about playoff games, and we also talking about the NBA losing money. Is the NBA losing money? I mean, I guess so because because it's not like fans are going to the stadium. I guess there's no ratings. I don't know. I don't know how that works, but what's y'all thoughts on the protest? Players not games being canceled. Do y'all think this is moving in the right direction? What's your opinion on it?
I got one thing to say. So wasn't Kyrie Irving right with all this shit? Like he was the first one in the league with this shit, saying like if we do this shit, like why even play?
He did say it.
If you want to make like a sound or ripple in the society, why even play? Like all the shit.
He did say that.
All the shit was going on, and we predicted the shit another instant or 2 or 5 or 6 or 20. It's been 20 instances if you have me keep count. There's been 20 instances since George Floyd. So why are we doing this shit now?
So I think he did say that. I think he wasn't actually playing, so I don't think that sounding effect. And also, I think I don't know. I feel like we was already in the zone of not having sports at that time, so I don't really think it would have been that significant of them not coming back. I don't think we would have missed a lot. I think with having them play and not even finish the first round of the playoffs and then stop, I feel like that kind of, that's like you giving something and then you taking away. I don't know. I feel like that might actually be more of a statement, especially for the fans out there.
But at the same time, like all these other sports had started, like baseball started, hockey started, football is gearing up. So if basketball as a whole, as a unit, had stopped and like, nah, we're not rocking with this because of these incidents happening. I mean, it could have been probably not as loud as starting and stopping, but it could have been pretty. They could have.
Yeah, it could have been significant. It would have got a lot of media around it. But to your point too, Marcus, I think that so if you think about advertisements, a lot of people get their money from advertisements and commercials and stuff like that. And usually there's contracts in place where people know how many millions of people is going to watch a game. And so with that taken away, all 3 games taken away, I feel like the NBA, they are losing money. They're losing a lot of their advertisements because contractual wise, they either got to get the money back or they actually got to play the game. And that's why if you think about it, and I was looking at this on TV and I was looking at the news too, they kept saying boycott, boycott, boycott. And then 30 minutes later, every NBA station, like the actual NBA TV and SportsCenter, kept saying postponement because they don't want that word in people's ears. They don't want to say that the players are boycotting. They said, oh, they didn't come out, so we're gonna postpone the rest of the games. Nah, nigga, like nobody was gonna come out. Like stop playing games. So I don't know. I think that they're trying to I don't know if they're trying to minimize it, but they're just trying to play it like, one team had that idea and now we're going to postpone it, so y'all going to see them later. So I'm curious to see, how that's going to go, if it's going to be some type of demand or media attention or like a whole 2 hours focused on this. That's what I'm curious to see how this is going to, turn out.
So they said no, so I was just gonna say they said they said that so Milwaukee, of course Milwaukee started this shit. Milwaukee, was scheduled to play in the first game with Orlando today. And like of course Orlando came out for the court and then stayed in the locker room. That shit's funny as shit to me.
Yeah.
But, like they said, like when Milwaukee was in the locker room, Milwaukee was end up being on the having a conference call. Not only did they have like a team meeting inside the locker room for like 3 hours, but they also had like the governor as well as like the attorney general.
Yeah.
In Milwaukee or Wisconsin or wherever that situation occurred in on the line. You know what I'm saying? And that way they were actually talking about like, of course, I don't know necessarily what happened behind that closed door meeting, but they were trying to talk about like how this situation in Milwaukee or in their town could be adjusted. And so I think that, you know what I'm saying, of course, we already know about the postponement and boycotting and all that shit. They're going to try to find a way. Like, I think the players are still meeting tonight at 8, trying to figure out exactly what they're going to do as far as, like, moving forward, or if they move forward, or whatever the plans may be. But I think that is it's early. It's super early. You know what I'm saying? It's the day of. So it's super early to try to justify or try to figure out exactly what's going to happen. But I would love to see, like, these conversations, and I hope these conversations continue to grow, whereas though, you know what I'm saying, we actually are, or they are not only holding the people accountable, but also, like, actually having the conversations with the people who are making, who have the ability to make some true decisions, make some changes in the environment.
Yeah. I would say that's dope as shit though, because I was ignorant to the fact. I didn't know what the hell was going on. I see y'all posted in the chat talking about the NBA is boycotting. Like, why are they boycotting? What the hell is going on, or whatever the fuck? So I had to Google this shit up, and I seen because it happened in Milwaukee or whatever. The team, like I was saying, the team had was trying to talk to the attorney general and all that.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's fucking dope. I think it's fucking dope. It's no what they call it. I ain't really trying to shit on Colin Kaepernick as far as, like, just kneeling. It's no just kneeling and shit out this joint. But these
I got a
niggas
fun fact about that shit.
Yeah, but they actually trying to talk to the attorney general, and you know what I'm saying, and get some shit.
Get some action. Yep. And the Brewers and the Reds have been canceled. They're not playing today. They're boycotting, and all the WNBA games are boycotting as well. So
yeah, I was gonna say that too. Damn.
Yeah.
No, I was just gonna say the WNBA. The WNBA been on it. You know what I'm saying? Like, they've been on, like, the social justice, the social movement. They had, like, today they actually had some of the players for the Mystics, if I'm not mistaken, walk to the arena, and they had, like, they showed the names on the shirt, and then on the back of the shirt they had 7 bullet, or the illusion of 7 bullet holes in the back of their shirt. But then also you want to think about Maya Moore. Maya Moore is probably one of the greatest WNBA players to ever live, and she sat out. She sat out last season to work on. I mean, not to work on, to focus on getting man exonerated from being wrongfully convicted of a crime. I think, like I said, the WNBA's truly always been on it, or at least the WNBA players have been on it and been about it.
All right, so
they have.
On this topic, like, I just want to pose a question now. Let's say you're on the let's say you're the attorney general, or like, just say you put yourself on the other end, like the people who can actually make a difference, right? So let's say, like, okay, let's say that in the city of Milwaukee, citizens have been complaining to the city officials, like, oh, police brutality, the police are treating us bad, right? And they've been ignoring that, allowing this police brutality to go in Milwaukee. And then all of a sudden, Giannis hit the phone and was like, hey, attorney general, I ain't fucking with this shit. We ain't gonna play. Like, what makes his voice so much, like, why would the attorney general want to listen to him more than the people who actually live in the city just because this nigga plays basketball well? You see what I'm saying? Or because even if he has a stage, even if he has a platform, like what makes that okay? But even money is like all right, the people in Milwaukee not going to the games. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm talking about for the city of Milwaukee. I'm not talking about the NBA. Like, at the NBA, at the end of the day, what money is Milwaukee making from? You know what I'm saying? It's like I'm just trying to understand how does the voice of an athlete, like, make crime stop or put.
It's just showing his obligation to the community, for real. I feel like, you know, just like they said they wanted
the athletes.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, and like that type, like.
Yeah, I understand from that perspective. Like, they're just trying to show their you know, their you know, how they have the backs of the city. But I'm speaking from the perspective of the people who can actually make a change. Like why, like, what would make me, if I'm the attorney general, like, oh shit, Chris Middleton said he tired of the police brutality. Now I'm going to change. Now I'm going to make a change. So you see what I'm saying? Like why does that make it more of a thing just because Chris Middleton or niggas on the Bucks decided they want to play basketball. Like how does that motivate somebody to say, oh, now I'm going to pass a law because that nigga don't want to shoot no more? You see what I'm saying?
I mean, just kind of like you said, just bringing more awareness to it.
I see what you're saying because people should have that morale anyway. You know what I'm saying? But
that's what I'm saying. It's like, oh no, the athletes are mad now. Now I got to change. That don't seem realistic to me, to be honest.
I think in a lot of scenarios, it probably wouldn't matter if athletes said the shit, or it's just like a token thing to say. But I think Milwaukee is perfect because it's like a small, towny type feel. Like they got the Packers. The Packers own, like the fans own the team. Milwaukee Bucks, like it's like, it's almost like a college atmosphere, like how they show up for the games and shit. But like, I think he could have a little bit of power or like a little bit of say-so to influence somebody to make some type of, at least you got, but the thing is like, they can like force somebody to like arrest somebody, but the charges they be putting on people just don't make it realistic. You know what I mean? They'll put like first-degree murder on somebody knowing it won't stick.
Yeah, I think
Trayvon shit. Yeah, I see what you're saying.
But I think also with the attorney general shit is like being as though, hypothetically speaking, well, fuck it, not even hypothetically speaking, we talking about the attorney general of Milwaukee. If you have the attorney general of Milwaukee walking down the street, and I won't even put Giannis up there because Giannis is 10. You got Chris Middleton walking down the street. Beside these two, I mean, like these two niggas walking side by side, you know what I'm saying? Chris Middleton is might be a more public figure, and so a more public figure, and it might not even be because of his record or anything of the sort, what he's done for the community, anything of the sort. But Chris Middleton might be more recognizable to the community as opposed to the attorney general. And because like Chris Middleton now has a backing, he has a following, he has a voice, he has this platform that he's utilizing to rile up different people. He has the voter support, and now the attorney general, yes, he's supposed to have been working for the community and working for everybody involved. But now he definitely has to work and do his job to the utmost because now the bright lights, and it's probably even worse of an analogy because they're the Milwaukee Bucks, but the deer in the headlights now is at true form because like I'm supposed to do what's right. I have to do what's right because the lights are at its brightest right now. And that might just be like the attempt, and even still, just because like they're having a conversation the same way, the conversation might just be like, you know what I'm saying, it might be a surface level conversation. It might not even be. It might even lead to no action because of however the fuck that Milwaukee runs. Milwaukee has a player that was Sterling Brown was a part of that police
Sterling Brown
like 2 years ago. So I mean, that shit. I mean, like. And so that might be actually the call to action because it's like, all right, man, y'all said y'all was going like 2 years ago when this shit happened to one of my brothers on the team, y'all said y'all was going to look into this shit, y'all was going to make some changes. But now 2 years later, it's like, all right, we ain't seen no changes, we ain't seen no what's it called. Now y'all even getting worse where y'all actually shooting people. So I mean, it might not, of course we know it's not Milwaukee, it's Kenosha but it's that surrounding area, and they probably will do so.
Yeah, I think to piggyback off of that, I think that some of these superstars and players actually do have, the governor's ear. And, I say that to say, just think about how many people got the keys to the city. You know what I'm saying? Like the quote unquote keys to the city. But when they do that shit, that means that you listening. You know what I'm saying? You don't do that shit just randomly. And I'm even going to talk about Drake. I'm not a whole Drake fan, but if you just look at how much backing he got in Canada, you know what I'm saying? If he talked to the whatever, I don't even know. I know they don't got a president, but whatever he's called,
Parliament.
If he talked to them and say, hey, look, like, you know what I'm saying? This is affecting the culture, blah 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 blah. What can we do about it? Like he would listen. So I don't know.
Yeah.
It's some power to it. It's
the money and the status. Yeah. Money and the status. Unfortunately, that's what it takes. That's what it takes for motherfuckers to look at issues anyway, or to reevaluate what the fuck is going on.
If you think about like changes, right? Changes in history. Like people really don't take attention to stuff unless it's never happened before, and this shit's never happened before. Like nobody has boycotted games because of racial issues. Muhammad Ali's done it, but that's not basketball. You know what I'm saying? So this is something that brings a lot of attention because it's never happened before. I think that actually is a big recognition too.
And to even piggyback off that a little bit, they're unified with it. So it's not even just like one player, like, you know, like of course we seen Cap, we seen dude Rahif, whatever, I forgot his name, the guard that kneeled first before Cap.
The Nuggets.
The entire NBA doing it. You got you got, of course, you see all the different WNBA players. I mean, players in MLS and now MLB too. But unified with it. So the NBA, you know, I think the voice is this shit might. I don't know. Yeah. You also got Kenny the Jet. Y'all seen Kenny the Jet too?
Yeah, he walked offset.
Y'all gotta give a shout out to Orlando though for not taking that forfeit.
Yeah,
for not taking that forfeit. You gotta give a shout out to them niggas.
So you think if Milwaukee didn't take the lead with the shit, you think like the other teams would have, especially LeBron? You think he would have?
I think Toronto was really going to though before. They was talking about that shit yesterday. Milwaukee kind of kept this shit on the wraps.
Yeah, Toronto was yeah, you're right. They was already in talks of doing it, and I feel like they hit to the home because of where Milwaukee is and where it happened.
Right.
I mean, the way I look at it, I think like right now, you know, if one team makes that level of a gesture to like, you know, cancel or say we're not going to play our game because out of protest, it's almost the way things is now, you have no choice but to follow suit because then there's going to be a question like, oh, they stood for the cause, but your team didn't stand for the cause, or you didn't say anything, or you didn't put a hashtag. So like all it takes is for one person to do it and everybody else going to follow. Same thing happened with all the big businesses. Same shit happened. One big business follow suit. Now we're going to say that we support the blacks. Then everybody's gonna say we're racist. So let me put my statement out there. That's what's going on right now. It's that type.
No, but I was gonna say it's gonna become trendy though soon. Like they turn that shit into business somehow.
That's what they've been doing.
Yeah, we'll see the shit because ain't nothing else going.
We was talking about Nike checks on Black Lives Matter T-shirts.
But as like a teammate, you can't even like step out of what the team is doing. Like as far as like taking a stand. Like if one person wearing a shirt or a hat like the Lakers did, everybody gotta wear a hat, shirt.
Right.
You know how they like.
I mean, you know the one dude from the Magic, he everybody on his team knelt and he didn't. The one that tore his ACL. So I mean, it's still some individualism.
Young boy.
Jonathan Isaac. Yeah. So I mean, it's still some individualism in the league. It's not like everybody is, you know, hive-minded.
But they still highlighted him. You know what I'm saying?
Because everybody else doing the same shit. Of course, you're gonna stand out. Everybody else doing the same thing. I mean, like literally, he was the only nigga standing.
Well, who highlighted him?
The media highlighted.
Because they came. We about to watch a basketball game. They say, "Oh, look at the basketball players kneeling." Oh shit, one of them standing up. Like obviously, you're gonna get attention for that shit. They was already recording.
But I mean, like. I mean, the same way, I mean, like, it's not necessarily, I don't want to say it's a highlight. The same, I mean, you ask questions, like, the same way, like, when Cap did it, it wasn't like they highlighted Cap, they started asking questions, and that's when Cap started providing more answers. So I don't want to say, I don't know necessarily, because even like Myers Leonard didn't stand, and like, you know what I'm saying, like, we talk about it, but it's not necessarily like a highlight. It's a pressing issue, or it's a talking point because you are the only person, or you are one of few people to actually not stand or not kneel or do whatever you decide to do. Like the same way, and I don't know if y'all saw the video where LeBron like wasn't on court for the national anthem, and like they said, LeBron, why weren't you on the court? And he was like, do you really want me to answer that? I mean, like it's a talking point. Like these niggas are trained media professionals. They're journalists. They're supposed to find out the story. And if I can break a story, if I can do whatever it is to do my job and make sure that my name is front page along with this story, that's what I need to do. So if I'm going to find out why Jonathan Isaac isn't standing, why Myers Leonard isn't standing, why LeBron isn't on what's it called? I don't know why the reporter, as a journalist, I don't know why the reporter didn't ask further questions and why he backed away. Like, nah, I don't even want to know why you weren't out there for the national anthem, LeBron. But yeah, I mean, that's what you're supposed to do as a journalist. You're supposed to find out, especially when only thing you can do is talk about basketball. So one of the other things you're supposed to do is try to find another avenue or try to find another platform or outlet for your name to get out there.
Yeah.
Yeah. By the way, Kenny Smith, they said they asked Kenny Smith a question and he just walked off the set. He said he ain't doing TNT. He just walked off.
Yeah.
Oh, it looked like this shit is like
I'm confused.
it's
Yeah, I saw that earlier.
trickling down.
So Kenny pulled up. He said, so like I don't even know how the question was posed to him, but whatever. He was like, he started talking. He was like, I basically like I'm in support of my brothers, the basketball players. I'm a former basketball player. I'm a black man. Like, as I was driving up to the studio tonight, it just didn't seem right. Something about it just didn't seem right. It didn't sit right with me. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm here, but I'm not here mentally. Like, and because of that, like, I'm just gonna walk out. I'm not gonna be here tonight, or something along the lines of I'm not here. He took his mic off and he literally walked off the stage. Walked off the stage and was like, y'all can do with it what y'all want.
Can I ask y'all a question? Do y'all know anybody in your personal life? Because we all black, which means we all experiencing this shit just like Kenny Smith, just like these niggas on TV. Like, y'all know any nigga that couldn't make it to work because they so distraught over the black police shit? But I'm just honest. Like, do y'all know any like niggas that any everyday people you see, like just niggas you know, cousins, families, aunts, uncles, friends, like any of these niggas you know that just fuck man, that nigga got shot, I can't do it.
Hold on.
I think numb to that shit.
We got bills to pay.
Hold on, but no. But even still, you don't necessarily know if somebody called